Uh, that was a little off-camera humor, and I'm not going to share that. But today I was going to tell you the story of 100 men who give a damn, 3 charities, and the power of telling a story. And instead, I'm not going to do that. I actually want to talk about gratitude. So that's a real teaser, because the next video will be about 100 men who give a damn, 3 charities, and the power of telling a story. The reason I picked gratitude, though, is because actually here we are, and I usually don't refer to the date when I'm shooting a video, but here we are on November 24th. So we're the day after the US Thanksgiving, and we're a few weeks after the Canadian Thanksgiving. And really, Thanksgiving is all about exactly that, having gratitude. And I just want to take and kind of play with that a little bit, and where I managed to trip myself up about gratitude, and I think a lot of other people can trip themselves up about gratitude as well. So I've got a lot going on. We're very busy continuing to build our nutritional business, our isogenics business, and we're going strong on that. And that means a lot of team connects. That means talking to a lot of people and really getting the message out about how you can be the best you can be, even if it's just starting off with really great nutrition. But we've got some other fantastic things that we're working on as well. Working on a TEDx presentation, and I'm really excited about being able to deliver that. Working on a book that supports, and actually, well, I guess the TEDx presentation supports the book. The book maybe elaborates on the TEDx presentation. So I'm really excited about that. So TEDx, Isogenics, Nutritional Business, a book that we're going to take and have published here in 2018, all exciting things. And guess what? We're making great headway. I'm making great headway in all fronts on all of those things. And I can catch myself on that. And I'm going to stop and I'll pick that train of thought up in a second. I had a couple of great conversations in the last few days, and a couple is maybe underestimating. I would bet in the last 3-4 days, I've probably had 6-7 conversations with different people just about what they want to accomplish in their lives, what they want to accomplish in their business, and where they want to go. And as is often the case with all of us, what the conversation, part of it, what it was a process of them, almost verbally beating themselves up because they have great aspirations, they have great dreams, they've got visions that they're really thinking about. And what's happened is, rather than them recognizing all of the great things that they've done in moving themselves forward on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, they're looking at the things that they didn't get done, the shortcomings, the what they may perceive as failings. And I realized when I was talking to them and coaching through that, I realized, but I do the same thing. How much is it human nature, because we've allowed it to develop as a habit, is it for us to go through a day and we've maybe done a lot of great things? And I'll give you an example. Here yesterday, I'd made probably 8 really great coaching calls, connected with a lot of people, did some work on TEDx, did some work on the book, got an outline done. We closed off our year end on our business. I mean, it was a really productive day. It was a really productive day. And poured a glass of wine, about 8:30 in the evening, sat down on the couch, and almost the first words out of my mouth were appreciation for Grace. Colette, as most of you would know her. So the first words out of my mouth actually were appreciation for her. But right after that, I started telling her about that I was disappointed that I hadn't reached out. I've got 2 people that I meant to connect with yesterday, and I hadn't done it. And so that was what I started talking about. And that was what my focus was on those 2 or 3 things that I didn't accomplish, instead of wrapping up the year end on our business, October 31st. And we're wrapped up, and it was a hell of a successful year with an awesome year-end wrap-up. So we're really excited about that. And then all of those calls I made, all the connections that I made during the day, the movement forward with all of those people, and just there was a lot of great things that happened. And yet my mind slipped into, oh, Tony, you didn't do those 2 things. Oh, I feel so crappy. And I know I'm making it sound kind of light and kind of humorous. And in retrospect, I should look at it as being light and kind of humorous, because the fact is, I did an awful lot of great stuff yesterday, and I did an awful lot of great stuff for the last weeks and months leading up to yesterday. And today, same thing. I did a lot of great things. And so my point really in not talking about 100 men who give a damn, 3 charities, and the power of a story, in talking about gratitude, is that I think we probably all trip ourselves up, sometimes more often than we'd like to think so. I think that we all go through our days with great intention. We go through our days and we probably accomplish a lot of things. We might not itemize them, we might not have them on a list, but we do a lot of great things during the day. And how often at the end of the day do we actually not think about and be grateful for all of the wonderful things that we did do, and we focus on those few things that we meant to do and didn't do? And I think really an awesome challenge that we can take, a challenge that I picked up for myself, is rather than doing that, at the end of the day, I'm just going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to write down those 3, 4, 5 things that I'm happy I accomplished, that I have gratitude about accomplishing. And it doesn't even need to be more complicated than a kind word on the street, a great conversation in the coffee shop, wonderful phone calls that I meant to make, or maybe in your job or your career, it's a sales call that you made. It's connecting with customers that you made, or perhaps if you're working in a pharmacy, it's making a person feel good about their experience being in your pharmacy. There's all kinds of things that we do every day that we should be happy about and we should be grateful for, and that's really where we want to focus our attention, on those wonderful things that we do every day. And that as we focus our attention on the things to be grateful for, the wonderful things that you did today, that you did yesterday, and that I know that you're going to do tomorrow, when you focus on those, your life changes, because you, instead of feeling disappointed in yourself for that 2 things you didn't do, you feel happy with yourself because of all of the things that you did do. So don't worry about the things that you didn't get accomplished. If they're really important, put them down on a list, write them down somewhere. Put them in the notebook. Remember to pick that up and do those things tomorrow. But don't focus on that. Get it out of your head. Get it down on a piece of paper. Oh, yeah, tomorrow I need to remember to phone. Tomorrow I need to remember to do this. And then celebrate, be happy, give thanks, have gratitude, whatever language you want to attach to that, for all of the wonderful things you did today. You got up. You made breakfast, you had a conversation with somebody, you perhaps gave somebody a smile. All of those things change your physiology, all of those change your psychology, all of those things change the world for a better place, and you have a great role to play in that. So be happy with yourself, be grateful for the things that you did today, big and small, and pass that on to other people. And at the end of the day, be the best you can be, because that's what we hope for you. Talk to you soon.